Ordinarily, in a message like this, I'd be smiling and saying in a cheerful voice, Happy New Year! But for many of us, this new year doesn't really feel terribly happy. We've just been put into another lockdown, and we're so conscious of the restrictions that places on all of our lives, on the way we worship, on our relationships. And especially for those suffering with COVID at the moment, for their friends, for their family, and those who care for them in our health system, this new year feels anything but happy. And 2021 doesn't even feel very new either. We were hoping to put 2020 behind us and make a fresh start. But here we are in lockdown again. And what we'd hoped would be new and different seems to be the same old, just as bad as before, if not worse. So what to say? What can I wish you instead of a Happy New Year? Well, I'd like to share with you a very short Bible verse that I've been reflecting on recently and which I hope might be helpful and encouraging for you too. It's from Romans 12:12, and it goes like this: Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Now that's not a bad set of New Year's resolutions. Be joyful. That's very different from being happy. We are, of course, not at all happy with the way things are at the moment, and we may need to express our grief, our frustration, or even our anger about that. But we can still be joyful. Joy is very different to happiness. Happiness depends on circumstances, but joy is given to us by God. So we can be joyful in hope. The new vaccine means that we're hopeful the pandemic will come to an end before too long. But above all, we hope in God Himself, and in Him we're joyful. Be patient in affliction. Patience is one of the things that we're all having to learn at the moment. Which one of us knew that the pandemic would go on this long? I'm not very good at patience. I want everything to be back to normal tomorrow, or preferably today. But we must be patient. And perhaps that also means being patient with each other, speaking kindly to each other, particularly maybe to those we most disagree with. And it means being patient with and kind to ourselves. And finally, be faithful in prayer. Now that's something we can all do, whatever lockdown we find ourselves in. There are no restrictions on praying. And so I encourage you to join me in praying for our teachers, our school workers, parents homeschooling children. Pray for God's protection over the physical, mental health of those most struggling at the moment. Pray for our churches, whether worshipping in building or online. Pray for our health professionals. Pray for our communities and our businesses. Pray for our national leaders. Be faithful in prayer. And so at the start of this new lockdown and the start of 2021, I won't wish you a happy new year, but I will wish you a hopeful, patient and prayerful year. May God bless you.